Hello everyone, I welcome you to another video by Legacy IAS where we are all today in part of Team Red. Now there are a lot of days that the world and India also celebrates in terms of remembering or celebrating certain events or the achievements of some people or the legacies of some people. Today we are going to talk about in this particular video a very interesting object, a very interesting hopefully where we'll see future life, something that is a part of our solar system, and we are actually celebrating that particular day in the hope that tomorrow we will probably see life on that particular planet and we will not be alone. Earth will not be alone. It will have a companion in future, hopefully. We are talking of the Red Planet Day. We are talking of a particular planet which has given Earth the biggest hope in terms of having life, and something that the earth really looks forward to, the people of the earth really look forward to, or finding future partners in the solar system. So here we are talking about this Red Planet Day. Now what exactly is this Red Planet Day? When in 1964, after several attempts that we tried and we really wanted to reach and find life on Mars, all right, this particular planet. So the NASA mission, which was Mariner 4, was basically launched on 28th of November. And on this particular day, it was basically done, this particular mission was done to capture a lot of information and photographs of Mars for the very first time. For the very first time, we got to know how this particular planet looks like, what kind of information can we get about its atmosphere, about its life, about kind of habitation that is there. And it was actually the first spacecraft which landed on Mars. So in that sense, it was basically a very historic achievement, and ever since that, this particular day of November 28th is being very special for Mars, and we continue to celebrate it as the Red Planet Day. So this particular celebration is with the hope that firstly people would be made aware of the lesser known facts about Mars. We know much about Earth, we've traveled, but about Mars, the lesser known facts are going to be made available by celebrating this as a particular day, the Red Planet Day itself. Now about this particular Mars, firstly we need to know that this is also called Mangal Graha or the red planet or the Lal Graha. Alright, the color red is basically due to the color of its soil. So there's a lot of iron oxide that is there on the surface of this particular planet, which makes it so red in terms of its color, right? Just like Earth is called the blue planet, here we're referring it to the red planet. Now as far as Mars is concerned, is actually half the size of Earth, but it actually, in spite of being half the size of Earth, still manages to be the fourth largest planet in our solar system. This particular fourth planet of the sun has two moons, Deimos and Phobos, alright. In 2018, scientists actually found an evidence that there could possibly be a lake under a polar ice cap on Mars. So this instance of having water was actually found. This particular planet is basically named after the Roman god of war. This particular planet has a very thin atmosphere, and the atmosphere is primarily composed of carbon dioxide. In fact, that is one of the biggest reasons why Mars is only half of the size, because it has very less oxygen, which makes it very not suitable for organisms, or for rather for life to be sustained. Now, as far as Mars is concerned, we also need to know that the gravity of Mars is much less as compared to the gravity of Earth. Now, gravity plays a very important role as far as our cardiovascular system is concerned, and also our bone health that is concerned. So everything in terms of the way in which nature has really created it plays, or rather supports life on Earth, and these kind of support systems unfortunately are not there on Mars. However, we have Olympus Mons, which is actually the largest volcano on Mars. And in fact, surprisingly, it is the solar system's tallest mountain. So in that sense, it makes Olympus Mons very, very special. So now, though it might have been formed, this Olympus Mons, billions of years ago, but the way in which we have found evidence of lava in it it is believed that it probably may be active recently. So there may be eruptions that might be taking place because the lava looks very, very recent and very fresh in that sense. In fact, this is one of the planet which has the closest similarity to Earth. So as compared to all other planets, it has the closest similarity, and this is also because there has been some evidence of water that has been found in soil. Now the initial traces of life on any particular planet is being traced through this atmosphere, through the soil, through the presence of water, all right, the gases which are present, and they really give us hope as to where are we moving towards in the future. Now there have been in this regard several missions which have been taken, including the mission which talked about, or rather the first spacecraft which went, after which we have this Red Planet Day. Now, what was the importance of these several missions that have taken place, particularly the first spacecraft which actually landed? This happened after traveling millions of kilometers for a period of 8 months. So it was really not just a success of one organization that has managed to do it. In fact, the entire mankind in a lot of ways kind of benefited from it. And it was really phenomenal in terms of our expedition to the space. So for our space mission, it was very, very important, because flying over this particular planet, this Mariner 4 helped us provide a lot of information to the scientists. So when this planet basically came into existence, to the point that we're looking at it today, of course, a lot of changes would have happened. Change is the only constant, and planet is no different or not, kind of spared from it. So in this regard, of course, changes have taken place. So this particular spacecraft that was there was constructed to kind of gather this data whenever it used to fly by, and whatever information it used to keep on moving, hovering around this particular Mars, and whatever information it could get, it used to send it back all the way to Earth. So this particular spacecraft completed this flyby of the Red Planet for an almost about 8 months of time. And also in 1965, this entire journey of this particular spacecraft completed. So it was really momentous in terms of the information that it brought to Earth. Now, it's not just that this was the only mission that we've done so far. There have been several attempts which have been made over the years to kind of find our friend in the solar system. So many organizations like Elon Musk, SpaceX, they have worked extensively, all right, to create human settlements on this particular red planet, to see if there is any possibility. Besides SpaceX, we've also had, of course, NASA, ESA, Roscosmos, Russia, ISRO, all right, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and CNSA. All other these space organizations are actually involved in trying to understand this particular red planet with as much specific information as we can get. The objective of all of this, of all these missions that we're trying to send to Mars, what are we trying to achieve through this? Transport humans from Earth all the way to Mars with no return mission. All right, can we achieve that someday? We'll see. So it basically wants a self-sustaining settlement so that the humans can live on this particular red planet in the long term. So that we can also have another planet besides Earth where you can really have self-sustaining systems, just like it's there on Earth. We're not dependent upon other planets to provide a source of life. The same can be achieved that for Mars. Although it has been explored, of course, in a lot of science fiction, we really are trying to step onto Mars. Science fiction has kind of created, all right, a lot of these movies which kind of come and show that how we've landed in Mars, but we've yet to achieve it in our life. As far as India is also concerned, we have made an achievement in this regard, because we have also sent an orbiter, Mangalyaan, to it. But besides that, NASA has sent Mars Insight rover Curiosity, other orbiters, which is MRO, Mars Odyssey, and Maven. Now, the European Union has also sent 2 orbiters, which is the Mars Express and also ExoMars. We have China and UAE both having an orbiter being sent into space in this particular regard. Now, the UAE is basically going to study the atmosphere, particularly of Mars, and will try to seek the answer to this question as to how and why Mars has basically lost its atmosphere today, while it is so thin, only comprised majorly of carbon dioxide. What exactly happened in this regard? As far as India's Mars Orbiter mission, that is MOM, a technology demonstrative venture which basically carried out 5 scientific payloads, collecting a lot of data and information on surface geology, morphology, the atmospheric processes, the surface temperature, and also the atmospheric escape process. This is a very integral part which kind of shows that Mars is why it's having difficulty in terms of supporting life and what exactly happened to its atmosphere. All of these components in terms of the information were tried to be captured through this particular mission. So there have been several attempts to try and find this friend in the solar system, and hopefully we'll be able to see that. But till then, we need to enjoy and celebrate every little information that we have received, starting from November of 28th, where we landed for the first time or sent our spacecraft for the very first time on Mars, and that is how we celebrate the Red Planet Day. So share it with those who are not aware as to what this planet is all about, and that there are friends outside this particular space as well, outside this earth as well. Like it if you have enjoyed watching this particular informative video, and subscribe to Legacy IAS videos for more such interesting information.